NFL Week 14 props and parlays. In this video, I'm going through two of my favorite player props for Sunday in the NFL, as well as my touchdown parlay and a Chalkboard daily fantasy slip. Let's dive into things. My name is Austin. Thank you as always for tuning in. If you are new, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, hit that like button. As always, you begin with a recap of Thursday, and we did lose our one-unit play. CD and Pickens to both get a 20-plus yard catch. Pickens could not come through. CD easily cleared it, but he got injured, and Pickens was doubled the rest of the games. But either way, you see our record on the season. It's been pretty dang good so far. Hopefully, we can continue that into week 14, and we can have a positive week this week. As you see, the VIP plays are up 10.7 units. We have been cooking over there, paying for itself. As a reminder, if you are new, we do have a couple exclusive picks exclusive to our Dub Club. That's our VIP service. If you've ever wanted to join, you can down below. 50% off your first month. Again, test it out for the next month. See if the plays are printing the rest of the NFL season, and see if they're cooking in the NBA, which we do a daily one pretty much every single day over there. This week's VIP NFL card, a one-unit player prop, as well as a half-unit prop and a quarter-unit player prop. Those last two are on the same guy. It's just a ladder on his over and receptions. There you go. I'll tell you the play and not telling you the player. Join if you want to, 50% off. But let's lock in. Let's deliver you guys a couple prop winners in this video. We'll begin with the first one. King Henry over 18.5 rushing attempts, minus 105 on DraftKings, a one-unit play as him and the Ravens play host to the Steelers. Now, in terms of this game, the Ravens are 5.5, 6-point favorites, divisional game. We would love them obviously be leading in this game. But if they aren't, I still think it's a heavy dosage of Derrick Henry, because who the heck knows what Lamar Jackson is dealing with behind the scenes. I mean, it feels like the guy gets a new injury every single week. They're going to need to lean on King Henry, something they did not do last week because they got smoked on Thanksgiving evening as they got the Bengals just tore them up. They're running all over him, throwing all over him. It was a disaster of a game for Ravens. And as a result, saw King Henry go under this line. He only had 10 rush attempts in that game. But prior to that, you saw went over in 5 of his last 7 games. And I think this is a spot where they need to run the football. Head-to-head wise, you've seen King Henry absolutely destroy them last year. 24 in the regular season for 150-plus yards, 26 in the postseason. They need to run the football. That's kind of what they want to do. We've seen opposing running backs have field days on this team. James Cook just had 32 rush attempts against them. Monangai and Swift got 20 combined. Chase Brown, 18. Kamani Vidal, 25 himself. This is a Steelers offense that is not inspiring a lot of people right now. What they're doing is just not great. And the Ravens defense, despite last week, I know they gave up 32. The offense put them in terrible positions left and right. I think this is a spot where we see Derrick Henry maybe out of the first quarter, have 7 or 8 rush attempts. If he's having any sort of success on the ground, they are going to pound the rock with him on first down. If he gains 3 or 4 or 5 yards, it's coming to him on second down. I think this is a heavy King Henry game. So give me his over 18.5. I know it's a high line. I don't care. I think he could easily go for 22 to 24 rush attempts. Also, like his yards, I will give you a spoiler. I'll have his yards 100 plus in a long shot parlay. You'll have to watch the Saturday evening video, which I'll link at the end of this one whenever that drops. Let's get into a second player prop before we get to our touchdown parlay. Trey McBride over 7.5 receptions, which is currently plus 103 on DraftKings, another one-unit play. It's not going to take a rocket scientist for me to come out here and tell you, hey, you should back Trey McBride. He's been okay this season. Another guy's been an absolute stud, arguably the best tight end so far this season, at least if you play fantasy football and stuff like that, and you just count stats. He would be the number 1 tight end this season. He has been absolutely insane. 7.5. I think he could realistically get 9, 10, maybe even more. Now, him and the Cardinals play at home, taking on the Rams. Now, the Rams, everyone's going to be on them today on the spread because for whatever, I mean, sure, they lost to the Panthers. Certainly, they're going to blow out their division rival, and maybe they do. And I don't even care if they do, because then we're going to see the Cardinals have to throw. And the Cardinals, honestly, are going to have to throw regardless. That team cannot run the football. But as you see with McBride, as we're back on Props Madness, my research tool we use a ton. I mean, he's been cooking as of late. Once you know, Jacoby Brissett playing in pretty much all these games. That's when he's been starting. So, again, with Jacoby Brissett under center, he's been feasting on this and just getting the receptions. I mean, just grubbing. I mean, this game, 9 targets, 10, 11, 13. 9 targets here. They didn't really have to throw. They won by 10, 13, 11. I mean, the guy's just been an absolute beast. Has not played the Rams so far this season, but did play them last year. Had 12 targets, 16 targets, 12 receptions. So again, absolutely dominated. We've seen other tight ends actually have good games against this team. A.J. Barner, 10 receptions. George Kittle, 9 receptions. Why? Because this is a team that runs a ton of zone coverage, and Emmanuel Forbes is actually pretty good on the outside. So ton of zone. You see Trey McBride, pretty good against zone, much higher yards per route run than against man coverage. I think, I mean, I don't know how you don't keep backing the guy. He's just been that good. I know it's square, if you will, but square plays can pay. And I certainly think Trey McBride's getting 8 receptions. This team cannot run the football. Trey Benson is still out, I believe, and Bam Knight and Michael Carter just no. There's no thanks. And you know this Rams defensive line is great. You're going to have to see them throw the ball early. And if Jacoby Brissett is hiking, being like, all right, I got to get the ball out quick to my first or second read, his first read is probably McBride almost every single time. Maybe Michael Wilson here and there. Marvin Harrison out. Greg Dortch also out. So not a lot of options out there for the Cardinals. McBride's getting those receptions. Let's dive into my touchdown parlay of the week. We are ice cold on these. Last year, we absolutely crushed them. And I didn't track them towards the record. Of course, this year, the moment I start tracking them, we can't buy one to buy a victory. Let's talk about these 4 fellas. Quinshon Judkins, Derrick Henry, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Davante Adams, all to score touchdowns, plus 863. Not the best odds, but again, I can't be just chasing the best odds and not. I'd rather at least cash than just chase good odds and try to win. Either way, a quarter unit turns into almost 2 units for this parlay. Quinshon, love him. I mean, that game's going to be nasty against the Titans, but again, nice, nasty game. Quinshon's their guy at the goal line. I think he can punch one in. I've already talked about Derrick Henry enough. JSN, I think he has a great matchup against the Falcons. Did nothing last week. Expect JSN to do a little bit more this week. And then Davante Adams, the guy just, he wakes up and he catches touchdowns. Wakes up, catches touchdowns. What does he have a touchdown? Like 6 straight weeks, something like that. Davante Adams, 14 on the year. He's been great. I'll take a chance at all 4 of those guys getting it done on Sunday, getting in the end zone. We have 3 in the 1 o'clock window and the Davante to take us home in the 4 o'clock window. And finally, I'll wrap up the video with my chalkboard slip. A reminder on Chalkboard, we do a daily fantasy slip every single week, and we do it pretty frequently in the NBA as well. If you are new, you should sign up using my code COS. You will get this free pick for Mahomes to get you 1 pass yard on Sunday Night Football. That's as free as it gets. You also get a match on your first deposit, so they'll double it. If you deposit $10, they'll give you an extra 10. Deposit 25, extra 25, all the way up to 100. They'll give you an extra 100. Take advantage of that link down below. You'll see a lot of guys in here that are familiar. Derrick Henry, I took his rush attempts, and I actually took him for rush touchdowns. Sure. Quinshon, probably my favorite guy to score a touchdown that isn't like minus 230. I think he has a good chance. And then McBride for 8+ receptions. $20 on that puppy turns 150. Crazier things have happened than something like that smacking. Obviously, Henry and his touchdown go hand in hand. Let's smack that bad boy. Chalkboard, a reminder, code COS or the link down below. Like I said, we'll have a couple other NFL videos. The first one's already live right now. Us going through every single game, give you your favorite spread or total. We can't skip any game. So if you like it and you want to hear us talk about your team, I guarantee you we do, because we can't skip any game. That is linked up there. Down here will be our other player props video. It includes a couple Q1 props, includes my plus 2,800 parlay, so much more. I will post that at 6 p.m. Eastern time Saturday evening. So depending on when you're watching this, might already be live. And if it is, go check it out somewhere on the screen. Let's have ourselves a weekend. Thanks for tuning in. It's Austin. I'm signing out. Let's have a great Sunday in the NFL. And let's keep cooking, baby. Let's get it done. Peace.